Hello everybody and welcome to German class. In today's lecture we are going to talk about irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. In German we say un in German we say unregelmäßige Verben. Unregelmäßige Verben. Irregular verbs. So if I talk about verb, in German we have two types of verbs mainly. One is regular verb and second is irregular verb, right? Regular verb we have already discussed in our previous classes. In our previous class we have discussed regular verbs, right? And in today's lecture we are going to talk about irregular verbs, although we have modal verbs as well, right? So there are uh, many types of verbs. Regular verbs is the basic form, right? It is for beginner level. Now here in today's lecture we are going to talk about irregular verb. So before proceeding to irregular verb, I would like to give you a quick revision of regular verbs, which we have already discussed in our previous classes. But before beginning with the irregular verbs, I just would like to give you a quick revision of regular verb, right? Here's a rule of conjugating a regular verb. Like with ish we write verb root plus e. As an ending with do we write verb root plus st. As an ending with arz or s we write verb root plus t. As an ending with wear we write verb root plus en. As an ending with ear we write verb root plus t as an ending. And in last with zz what we write verb plus en, right? So this was the rule which we have already discussed when we were doing regular verbs. And makhan is one of the example of regular verb, which means to do, right? So if I need to conjugate the verb makhan, the verb root is mach, mark, and I have to add ending here e, so marker. Here I have to add ending st, so machst, marxed. So in here in areas I have to write t as an ending. So answer would be macht, marked. Here I have to write en as an ending. So machen, machen. And here I have to write t as an ending. So macht. And here I have to write en as an ending. So mach, machen. Right. So this was the rule which we have discussed when we were doing regular verbs. Right. If you want to know more about regular verbs, I would suggest you to go and revise the notes of regular verbs. So if I write marker, ish marker, if I write ish marker, it will give you the meaning of I do. If I write do marked, then it will give you the meaning of you do. If I write ARZS marked, then it will give you the meaning of he does, or she does, right? Or it does, because it has the meaning of do, does. So if I write we are maken, then it will give you the meaning of we do. If I write ear marked, then it will give you the meaning of you all do. Similarly here, if I write ZZ maken, it will give you the meaning of they do or you do. This we have already discussed when we were doing regular verbs. So there was nothing new here, right? Let's talk, let's discuss, let's start with our topic. The name of the topic is irregular verbs, right? Irregular verbs. So first of all, let's discuss the difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. So the verb which fall under the category of regular verb, there we follow this rule: verb root plus e, verb root plus st, verb root plus t, verb root plus en, verb root plus t, and verb root plus en. So this was the rule which we use in regular verbs. But when I need to talk about irregular verbs, when I need to discuss about irregular verb, the rule for conjugation, the rule for conjugation is different. Here it is verb root plus e, so it is as same as regular verb. There is no difference here, right? Both are same. If I talk about where, it is where verb root plus en. Here also verb root plus en, so it is also same. If I talk about ear, it is verb root plus t. Here also verb root plus t, so it is same as regular verb. So if ZZ, here verb root plus en, here also verb root plus en, it is also same. Then what is the difference between regular verb and irregular verb? The only difference between regular verb and irregular verb is in the conjugation of do and ARZS. In regular verb, when I talk about regular verb, here I say verb root plus st. Here I say verb root plus t. But if I talk about irregular verb, here I do not say verb root plus st. Here I say changed verb root. I have to do some changes in verb root and I have to add an ending st. The verb root will not be same. I have to change the verb root. And in ARGS also, ending will remain same, but I have to change the verb root. And you already know what is verb root. This we have discussed when we were doing regular verbs. But if by any chance, if you have forgot uh, what is verb root, then verb root is like here I have taken one example. The example is sprechen. Sprechen is to speak. Now this is the example of irregular verb. So what is verb root? Whenever I delete en from the end, from the verb, whenever I delete en from the verb, whatever remains is known as verb root. So sprech is verb root. So here I should write sprech is verb root. Here 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 sprech is verb root. Now, since it is an irregular verb, with ish, the ending should be e, right? So I should write spreche, which will give you the meaning of I speak. If I talk about here, wir, the ending should be en, right? So I should write sprechen, which will give you the meaning of we speak. Now here it is ear, next is ear. It says t as an ending, right? So I should write sprecht. It will give you the meaning of you all speak. Similarly, in the last, I should write sprechen, right? But here the rule is different. It says that I need to change the verb root. Verb root is this. Ending, I should write ending st. And here I should write ending t. But I have to change the verb root. So what shall I change here? I should change from I should write I in place of E, right? These are the changes. Let's discuss in detail what changes we are doing. For example, here ich spreche, du sprichst. So I have changed the verb root. The verb root is sprech. But when I'm writing in do, I'm writing sprich CHST. So I have changed E to I. This we were not doing in regular verbs. We were not doing any changes in verb root, but in irregular verb, we are doing changes in the spelling of verb root, right? The spelling of verb root is sprech, but this verb root I have changed. I have changed. I have written I in place of E. So this changes I have done. Now, please be careful that I have not changed the verb root in wear. I have not changed the verb root in ear. I have not changed the verb root in ZZ. These are same as regular verb. The changes will take place only in do and ARGS. So if I talk about regular verbs, two 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 points you must keep in mind. One is changes will be there. Changes will be there. changes will be there in conjugation, right? This is point number one. And point number two, the changes will take place. um the changes will take place in verb root only, in verb root, right? Now, if I need to write I speak German, so what is I is ich, and speak. So with ich, the verb root will not change. The verb root will remain same. So ich spreche Deutsch. So there will not be any change, right? It will be as regular verb only. But if I need to write Ram speaks German, so Ram is he. Ram is he, right? So here I have to change the verb root. So Ram spricht. The spelling is different. Ending will be there, but spelling is different. Ram spricht Deutsch. I cannot write Ram spricht Deutsch. It will be wrong because it is an irregular verb. Whenever we are having regular verb and whenever we are having a or z or s, the verb root will be changed, right? Okay. Now, if I need to write we speak German, so do I need to change in we? Do I need to change the verb root in we? Like here is we. Do I need to change the verb root in we? No. So what would be the answer? We're, we is we're, speak. Now speak is expression. The spelling, the verb root will remain same. Wir sprechen Deutsch. But here it says, do you speak German? Now this is you. Do you speak German? Now do I need to change the verb root? Yes. So what would be the spelling? Sprichst, sprichst du Deutsch, and then the question mark, right? So here, see here I have written E, but here I have written I. So whenever you are having irregular verb, the verb root has to change in do and ARZS form only. Changes will take place here only. Changes will take place in do and ARZS. The changes will take place in do and ARZS and nowhere else. Rest all forms, whether ish or wear or ear, all forms will remain same as regular verbs, right? All right, so here I have written rules for you also, like changes will take place only, the change will take place only in do and ARZS form. And second point is changes will take place according to the category of the verb. Like I have changed from E to I, like right in expression, I have written SPRICH, and then the ending, whether E or SP or T or EN, that depends, right? So this E to I, now this change will depend on the category. Which category is it? So mainly there are four categories. Sometimes it will change E to I, sometimes it will change A to A umlauts, sometimes it will change E to IE. Now that depends on the category. If the verb belongs to category 1, E will change into I. If the verb belongs to category 2, A will change into A umlauts. If the verb belongs to E to IE, such changes will take place. So there are mainly four categories where changes will take place. If the verb belongs to this category, E will change into I. If the verb belongs to this category, A will change into A umlauts. If the verb belongs to this category, E will change into IE. And if the verb belongs to this category, then there are some particular changes, right? But but please keep in mind that changes will take place only in do and ARZS and nowhere else, right? Okay, now here type 1 category, like I have told you that there are four types of categories are there. Now let us assume 10 verbs are here, 10 verbs are here, 10 verbs are here, and 10 verbs are here. So in total there are 40 verbs which belongs to irregular verb. But we do not need to do 40 verbs. We will do only the main verbs. Like here, helfen. Now, helfen belongs to category 1. Now, this we should learn. This essen belongs to category 1. This we should learn. So, if it belongs to category 1, type 1, then what changes shall I do? I should do E into I, right? This, if the verb belongs to category 1, the E will become I, right? So, what is verb root here? Helfen. What is verb root? Help. Help is verb root, right? So I should write verb root first before conjugating the verb, right? I'll write help in all the with all. Okay, with ish, it says verb root plus e. Now verb root I have already written. So ish helper, which means I help. With do, it says changed verb root. Now I have to change this. And what changes shall I do? I shall write E into I. This E will become I here. Why? Because this one belongs to category 1 and plus ST. So Hilst. Similarly, here A or Z or S, it says changed verb root. Now verb root I have already written, but I have to change it. And what change I do? What changes shall I do? I shall write I in place of E. The reason is why I shall write E to I, because this helfen belongs to category 1, right? There are other verbs also which belong to category 1. So whenever you get any verb which belongs to category 1, in all the verbs, E will change into I, right? So it would be helped. Similarly, here helpen verb root plus en, right? So verb root is already there. I just need to write en, which means we help. We are helpen is we help. Similarly, here ear it says verb root plus t. So verb root I have already written. I just need to add t. So it would be ear help, and then zz helpen, right? So this will be the conjugation. Let's take one more example of essen. This also belongs to category 1. That means E will change into I, right? So let me write the verb root first. So E double S, 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 E double S, E double S, E double S, and E double S. So I have written verb root in all the blanks. So if I need to write ish, I eat. If I need to write I eat, the rule says verb root plus E. There will not be any changes. So I just need to add E, right? Ish esse, which will give you the meaning of I eat, right? So if I need to start with if I need to conjugate this, right? So if I need to do with do, so it says change verb root. So I need to change this verb root. And what changes shall I do? I shall write I in place of E. So I double S, I have changed it, right? And I have to write ST as an ending. Now S is already there. I just need to add T here. Similarly here with ARGS, I shall write change verb root. So verb root I have written, but I need to change it. What changes shall I do? I shall make I, right? To I shall write I in place of E, and then add an ending T. So ist. So this will give you the meaning of you eat, he eats, she eats, it eats. So ist. All now please note that these two form are same. The reason is here S was already there, so no need to add an extra S, right? Uh, so here where verb root plus en, so verb root is already there. I just need to add en. Similarly here I just need to add t, so est, and then at last zz en, and then sn, right? So this will be the conjugation. So uh, let's discuss about type 2. Now type 2, Faran belongs to type 2. As I told you that there are 4 categories in irregular verb. In category 1, E will change into I. Uh, I have discussed 3 verbs so far with you. Sprechen we have discussed helfen, we have discussed essen. There are other verbs as well. I'll give you the list at the end of this lecture. But now let's talk about category 2, where A will change into A umlauts, right? So fahren, it says verb root plus E. So FAHR. Let me write the verb root first, right? Let me write the verb root first, far in all the places. So this is the verb root, far, which means to drive. Now with ish, the ending is E. So I should write far. It will give you the meaning of I drive. I drive. But if I write do, it says change verb root. Now since this verb belongs to an irregular verb and category 2, that is why changes shall take place. And what changes shall I do? I shall write A to A umlaut. So umlauts will come only in do plus st, first. It will give you the meaning of you drive. Then airs yes, it says changed verb root. Now this verb belongs to category 2 and A will change into A umlauts plus T, right? Paid. So it will give the meaning of he drives, she drives, or it drives. Then with where, I shall not write A umlauts, only fahren, fart, and fahren will be there. Similarly here, schlafen, which means to sleep. Let me write the verb root first, schlaf, in all the blanks, right? I hope you are getting everything. And if you have any doubt, you may ask. So with ish, it says schlafe with E. With do, I shall write st, but I also need to add umlauts here. So please make sure you write umlauts here, right? Uh, just wait for a moment, right? Here we are, and here is it. So please see here we have done umlauts, right? Here also I need to write umlauts. So here plus T as an ending with umlauts. Here, no need to write umlauts, just add an ending. So it will give you the meaning of I sleep, you sleep, he, she, it sleeps, we sleep, you all sleep, they sleep. Schlafer, schläfst, schläft, schlafen, schlaft, schlafen. This will be the pronunciation. Here, fahre, fährst, fährt, fahren, fahrt, fahren. Right? Now here, these are the two verbs which belongs to category 3. Now I told you that there are 4 types of categories in irregular verb. Category 1, E will change into I, and there are some particular verbs, very few we have discussed. Here A will change into A umlauts. Here also we have some particular verbs we have discussed too. Now here E will change into IE, right? And this then we will discuss the fourth one. Okay, let's see this one, Zehan. At first let me write the verb root first. Z z z z and z. So with ish, the verb root will remain same, only the ending will be there. So I shall write e, zeher. It will give you the meaning of I see. Ish zeher, I see. Ish zeher, I see. Here it says ze, but I have to change this verb root because this zehen belongs to category 3, where e will change into ie, right? Where e will change into ie. So I have to write ie in place of e, but I have to write an ending also. So zeist, which will give you the meaning of you see. Du siehst. In German, it would be du siehst. Here also change verb root. E shall change into IE and plus an ending. So he, she, it, sieht, er sieht, es sieht, sie sieht, he sees, she sees, it sees. So er sieht, right? Here also wir sehen and ear seht and sie sehen, right? We see, you all see, and they see. Here, let me write the verb root first. Lays in all the blank. right? Now here I have to write just an ending, laser, which means I read. Ish laser, I read. So with do, I have to write, I have to change the verb root. So L-I-E, because this verb belongs to category 3. Now I need to learn whether this verb belongs to category 1, whether this verb belongs to category 2, whether this verb belongs to category 3. This thing I need to keep in mind. I need to learn this thing. So, but S is already there. Here I have to write ST. S is already there. I just need to add T here. Here I need to add T. So L-I-E-T, L-I-E-S-T. So if you see that these two forms will remain same, the reason is S was already there, right? Here also lesion, laced, and lesion will be there. So this was about category 3. Now let's talk about category 4. Now in category 4, there is no some particular change. These changes I need to memorize, I need to learn, right? So I would suggest you to learn this verb as it is, like ish namer, du nimmst, er sz nimmt. So there is no some particular changes, right? Nehmen, er nimmt, and zz nehmen. Similarly here, ich werde, du wirst, er sie es wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden. I'm sorry, here I should write the ihr werdet. Right, so here, if you have noticed, E has changed into I, but here H has become M, right? M. So there is no some particular changes, some uh, we cannot follow a proper rule here. That is why I have put these verbs into category 4. And that in category 4, if the verb belongs to category 4, you need to memorize these verbs. You need to memorize the rule of conjugating these verbs. Okay, now let's revise what we have studied so far. That changes will take place only in do and ARGS. This was the first rule which we have discussed. Second is places will take place according to category of the verb, and there are mainly 4 categories. Category 1, E will change into IE. Category 2, A will change into A umlauts. Category 3, E will change into IE. And category 4, no particular rule of conjugating the rule we have to memorize. And if the verb belongs to regular verb, if the verb is not an irregular verb, then there will not be any changes. The changes will take place only in irregular verb, right? I told you in the beginning that there are 2 types of verbs. There are 2 types of verbs. Verb is regular verb, irregular verb. The only difference in the conjugation. Here there is no change in the verb root. Here the changes will take place in the verb root only in do and airgs. Now here is a list of verbs which belongs to category 1, right? All these verbs, this we have discussed. To speak, helfen we have discussed, essen we have discussed. So 3 more verbs are there for you which are important and fall under the category of category 1, irregular verbs, right? So what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to conjugate these verbs in your notebook, right? And let me know what you have done, right? Note down these 6 verbs and conjugate these 6 verbs as per the rule of category 1, and you have to memorize these 6 verbs, that these 6 verbs belong to category 1. Solve, do this conjugation in your notebook and post your answers. And here uh, the verb is these verbs belongs to category 2, right? We have discussed fahren, we have discussed schlafen, but I have given you 4 more verbs: tragen, schlagen, laufen, and fangen. I have given you 4 more verbs to conjugate as per the rule of category 2, right? Again, note down these verbs in your notebook and conjugate these verbs, and again post your answers and I'll check. And in category 3, we have just two verbs, and both the verbs we have done. Lesen is to read, and sehen is to see or to watch. So these are the verbs which we have discussed already, where E will change into IE, right? In category 2, what was the rule? A shall change into A umlaut. So in all the verbs, A will change into A umlauts, but only in these two, right? And not here, not here, not here, not here. Here A will remain A only, right? In with ish also, A will remain A. Here also, A will remain A. In category 1, E will change into I, but only in do and air yes, right? Here E will remain E only. Here E will remain E. So let's talk about category 4. Category 4, I have discussed two verbs with you. Two more verbs are there. This will be your homework, right? Although we have discussed these two verbs separately, haben and sein verbs, we have already discussed uh, these two verbs, haben and sein, right? But uh, but it would be great if you can post the answers for these two verbs also. Anyway, let's do this example here. Let's discuss the fourth one at first. It says Sita, and then the verb is lesen here, right? I need to write the correct form of it. Sita, lesen is to read. Lesen means to read. Sita, ein Buch. Sita, a book. Lesen. So what shall I write here? Sita, Liest, because the verb belongs to category 3. In category 3, E will change into IE, right? And the changes with Sita. Sita is Z, so changes has to take place. So Sita liest ein Buch. Sita is reading a book. Here it says wir. Now with wir, changes will not be there. Only the verb root. Verb root is ESS. SL is to eat. So wir, verb root is S and plus EN as an ending. So wir essen ein Pizza. This E will not change into I. The reason is wir. So wir, with wir, there will not be any changes. With do, let's talk about the second one. With do, changes has to take place. Nehmen means to take. So will you take the bus? Right. So changes has to take place. This belongs to category 4. Now category 4, I need to memorize the conjugation of it. Here with do, answer has to be nimmst. NIMMST. And the last one, it says fahren. Mohan blank das Auto fahren. Now fahren belongs to category 2, right? Where A will change into A umlauts, right? So, but here Mohan is air, he drives the car. So changes has to take place. Answer will be FA with umlauts, right? Fate with T as an ending, right? FA umlauts and then HRT fate. Mohan fate das auto. Mohan drives the car, right? So this type of question can come in your exam where you are supposed to fill the correct form of verb. Verb is given, and you are supposed to write the correct form of the verb. Now here, the next type of question, it says choose the correct statement. First statement says, mein Freund, my friend, schlafen is a verb. Schlafen is a verb which means to sleep. My friend sleeps at 9 o'clock. Mein Freund schlafe at 9 o'clock. Mein Freund schlafen 9 Uhr. Mein Freund schläft 9 Uhr. Now I need to choose which statement is correct, which verb is correct. Now mein Freund is equal to be er, he. Schlafen is a verb which belongs to category 2. Now category 2, A will change into A umlauts if it is with do and airs yes. So here it is with air. So changes has to take place. So first one is wrong because A umlauts are not there. Second one is wrong because e ending is there. E ending can come only with ish. Here it says en, third one says en. It is also wrong because en ending cannot come. Only the fourth statement is correct. The reason is p ending is there with a umlauts, right? So if you have, I hope you must have understood the concept of irregular verbs, and you must have learned something new. And I'm sure that now you know the difference between regular verb and also the difference between irregular verbs, right? Um, so viel Spaß, have fun, danke, thank you. And if you have any doubt, feel free to ask.